Earlier today, we were reviewing some videos from Hasan Piker, and I find it ridiculous that somebody with these quotes gets to back American politicians and American politicians, Democrats, embracing that and considering this person to be a, a major contributor in their campaign, accepting him, embracing him. And with these series of quotes from Hassan Parker and the context, because people, he keeps saying people are taking him out of context. For this, like, for those people not to be completely dismissed by most of the electorate. Like, I think it's in almost every other country on the planet. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm exaggerating this. Anybody with this level, with this record of quotes against their own country, if they supported any politician and that politician embraced it and accepted it, it would be such a like drama, and it would be such a taboo that the chances of that politician winning in any elections would be close to zero. And for example, right now, Hassan Piker is supporting Abdul El Sayed and some other, like Elon. He supported Elon and many other of these politicians. And Abdul El Sayed is still seen as the candidate with the highest chance to win for the Senate in his state. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to win because the trend is not in his favor, but the fact that he still even has a chance by, let me actually read the quotes from Hassan Piker. Like the fact, like, I don't know, like, has patriotism does, like, I don't want to say died in the United States, but are we at this low level of patriotism that somebody with this record of these quotes gets to support a U.S. politician, so somebody who wants to be a senator, and still has a chance, and the guy accepts it, and he still has a chance of winning? So let me just go through these quotes, okay? And these are just some of them. So this is the famous, this, people know this one. America deserved 9/11. So Hassan Piker said America deserved 9/11. Piker made the statement during an August 2019 Twitch live stream while criticizing Republican Representative Dan Crenshaw, the guy with the eye patch, right? Crenshaw's assertion that American involvement in the Middle East did not cause the 9/11 attacks. Piker later walked the statement back, saying he abhorred violence and that he had been inappropriately expressing frustration over U.S. foreign policy. So I want to read it in full context so that people don't think that I'm misrepresenting him or saying anything that would be not the full picture. But even this context is not full context, because he did take the statement back, and then after taking the statement back, he put a picture of the Twin Towers being attacked in his background with the explosion after taking this back, right? So then he also praised brave mujahideen for injuring Dan Krishna. So the context for this is in the same August 2019 stream, reacting to Crenshaw. Piker sarcastically used this phrase to mock Crenshaw, who had lost an eye in an IED explosion in Afghanistan. Uh, Again, so this is not the full quote. He talks about, I don't know, the Mujahideen sexually violating his eyes or stuff like that in the live stream. So this is not the full version of it, but he also said that. So on the October 7th attacks, he has a couple of quotes on that. So he said, it doesn't matter if rape happened on October 7th. It doesn't change the dynamic for me. So when people brought up that he should be condemning Hamas, so let me read the context. Parker said this during a May 2024 stream while discussing the conflict between Israel and Hamas. So the context was like he should be condemning Hamas, and he said it doesn't matter. Like, people said they raped people, and he said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they raped people. It doesn't change his calculation. And then He referred to the reports of sexual violence during the October 7th attack as rape fantasies and rape hallucinations. He called it rape hallucinations. So rape fantasies, uh, he was suggesting that people will come up with these narratives that people were raped during October 7th attacks. They have fantasies of rape, and that's why they are basically expressing their own fantasies by telling people what Hamas is doing. Right. He also stated that he had no issue with Hezbollah. Uh, this quote was part of Piker's a broader commentary on the Middle Eastern proxy forces. Okay, so yeah, he basically said he had no issue with Hezbollah. He has frequently criticized the United States and Israel, and he said he had no issue with Hezbollah. I don't think he has walked that back. Um, he called a Jewish person a bloodthirsty pig dog. Days after October 7th attack, Parker said, bloodthirsty, violent pig dog, suck my, you know what, to a listener who had condemned the massacre during one of his broadcasts. And then he had claimed that Hamas was 1,000 times better than Israel and said he would vote for Hamas over Israel every single time. Uh, here's some other quotes. He said, "Let the streets." Okay, YouTube. This is not my quote. I'm just quoting Hasan Piker, and I'm against violence. He said, let the streets soak in their effing red capitalist blood." So this line is a famous one by Parker to that people often cite. This is one of the most famous ones. I think this is the second most famous one after that America deserved 9/11. So let me read it again. Let the streets soak in their effing red capitalist blood. And this was in streams that he frequently talks about billionaires and corporate structure. He called Orthodox Jewish people inbred. Piker used the term when criticizing a specific sect of Orthodox Jews in Israel. He later stated that he regretted the comment and explained he was using the word as a, a pejorative against racial supremacists, not as an attack on Judaism itself. And then let me do one more. Oh, wait, actually, there's two more because there's one missing here. Saying if you cared about Medicare fraud and Medicare and Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. So that's what he said. He said Piker made this comment during a broadcast criticizing Republican Senator Rick Scott, referring Rick Scott's past as CEO of Columbia HCA, a hospital company that paid massive fines for Medicare fraud. Scott later cited the quote. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of detail. Another quote that is not on this list and should be on this list is that, two other quotes. If I remember correctly, he said, I wiped the American flag with my ass. And he also said, fuck the US Constitution multiple times um, in a row. Okay, so I don't know. So I know I shouldn't be shocked, but I think I should be shocked. I think like the fact that in United States you have politicians running for Congress and Senate uh, endorsed by somebody with this history and those people welcoming that. I mean, this guy is anti-American, not because I not because we're trying to connect the dots and come up with a way to show you guys that he's anti-American. He says he's anti-American. Like he doesn't hide it. He claims it himself. Like it's not something like that he's hiding. He hates America. Um, and the people who celebrate his endorsement, accept his endorsement, you know, like Ilan Omar or Rashid Talib, or this Abdul El Sayed guy, they know that he hates America, and they know that he has said all of these things that I just said. They know that he has said "fuck the Constitution" and that I wipe my ass with the American flag. They know that he have said all of this, and they love him and they celebrate him and they accept him. They accept his endorsement and support for their campaign. I mean, I don't think it's a stretch to say that all of these people are anti-American if they celebrate if they celebrate Hassan Piker. And the fact that Hassan Piker is he used to just be a very influential live streamer, but now he's becoming more and more influential in American politics. I know some people want to deny that, but he is becoming very influential in American politics. And the fact that he gets to have that influence shows that things are moving in the wrong direction extremely fast. Some people that we talk to here are not as worried because they say it's fine because these people can win primaries, but they're not going to win. They're not going to be able to win general elections, and that might be true. I don't know. We'll see. That might be true for now. But these people used to not be able to win primaries before. So if we went from them not being able to win primaries, I mean, I don't know, like yeah, in Congress they win general elections and midterms. So if we're talking about the Senate, sure, we haven't had like a Muslim in the Senate yet. We might not have this time, but things are moving in the wrong direction, right? And I just want to see if you guys have anything to say about all of this because this is concerning. Do we have any twos on this or no? Seems like no.
No, I think that it's just pretty much universal that everyone can't stand him. So,
Yeah, but we can't
oh,
stand him. But we also
Samantha,
can't ignore yeah. Okay,
Samantha.
Samantha, go ahead.
I'm sorry. She wants me to read. Oh, she wants me to read stuff. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. As we said our goodbye to the twins that once stood high under our New York City sky, how do we grieve and cry the 343 firefighters who died at the towers, 37 Port Authority police officers, the 23 members of NYPD, 11 others from the federal agency, 8 volunteers and workers of emergency who who were EMS or EMT across our red, white, and blue for those 422 who came through and stood true. How do we properly say thank you to these 422 ultimate sacrifices of New York City rescue? That's sweet.
Thank you, Samantha. Samantha, how do we defeat this poison? Like, can I? You're a part. You were used to be with these people. How do we? What is the best way to push back? If you want to tell us that, I would be like because I am trying to bring this stuff more to your attention in the group and in our live stream so that more of you start talking about pushing back against because we talk about the Islamic Republic, pushing back against the Islamic Republic. But the thing is that if U.S. politics changes, uh, we don't need to see the fall of the United States for us to lose a major force against the Islamic Republic. You need to only change the politics of United States only by a little bit. Every all the stuff that we have seen happen against the Islamic Republic after the January massacre happened. A lot of it was less than what a lot of you wanted, and I mean I agree, but it was way more than anything that could happen if the politics of the United States just switches only a little bit towards these people. Think about all of the disappointments that you guys have felt. Some of you have felt like, why are we negotiating with the Islamic Republic? Why are we doing ceasefire? Why are we not attacking? All of this happened under the Trump administration. Imagine if these people gained just a little bit of more power. And also remember how many of the things that happened that went our way because of a single vote or two votes or three votes. And if we didn't have one or two or three votes, none of this would be happening our way. So you understand that just a few percentage, if these people gain another 1 or 2%, then none of this would have happened. Not like Ali Khamenei would be alive today. So this is a lot more significant. This is not just about United States. This is about saving the world, and I feel like we're not addressing it as much as we should be. Um, so if you guys want to put some thought into this and come up with more stuff that we need to be reporting on and talking about and maybe strategizing about, let us bring them up with yourself, like here in our, because that's the point of our discussion group is not just for discussing but also to come up with ideas and sharing it, because your conversations are getting recorded and they're going to get edited and they're going to get posted as their own separate videos out there, and they're going to just be there, right? And you guys, just by coming up with ideas and brainstorming, you're contributing. Just by showing up and talking about these things in our discussion group, you're being part of the solution. So if you have ideas and if you want to bring attention to things that you think that is getting ignored, in the Middle East, in United States, in the UK, in Israel, uh, this is how, it's not enough to sit back and point and be like, oh my god, that's bad. Like, we can't just be pointing at problems. We have to also find ways to be part of the solution. Like, we most people here will consider themselves patriots, I think. And if you I guess the patriotic thing to do is to push back against this evil spreading, because it's spreading, and it's spreading fast, and they're a lot more organized. They might have uh, shittier ideas, shit ideas, but we have shit or organizational skills. You know what I mean? If you have one team that has shit ideas and good organizational skills and gets on the ground and does things and changes things, and another side that has the right ideas but doesn't do that, guess what? The first team with the shit ideas is going to win. It doesn't matter if our ideas are better. Okay, it matters. What matters is what do we do about it. Like, as much as you want to speak against the Muslim groups and the leftist groups, they have figured this out. They have figured politics out. That's why they get to be this influential with a much smaller percentage of the voter base. How is it that Islam gets to be this influential in US politics when they're 1% of the population? Right? You could keep like acting like they're all stupid, but they have figured out politics. They know how to do politics, and we don't. We might understand that, oh, these are shit ideas, but we don't understand how to do politics, and they have figured it out.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.